What's up, everybody? Swanee and Cookie are doing another podcast, and today is a pretty exciting day. After
Exciting.
what, 4 months, 5 months, a lot of months, where we finally have this progression system news that came out today, and it surprised me because it hit right as I was going to bed for the day. So yeah, so I've kind of had all day to think about it. Well, my dreams to think about it. You found out about it after you woke up.
Yes.
So we're still trying to process everything. There's a lot that was announced, and we kind of want to give our thoughts on this and how we think this is going to affect the future, what we're going to do, and etc. But what do you think, Cookie? What's your initial reaction?
Well,
Good,
I'll tell
bad?
you, it's good. It's good. Anything is good right now because we've been so sapped of any information for so long. It's just great to have something at all. And also, I was a little concerned because technically the post in January that talked about the update we were going to get here in March only said that we were going to get news about it. Didn't technically say that we were going to get it. And it looks like, yes, we will in fact be getting the new progression system, or at least the beginning of it, in March. So we don't have like, hey, progression system will be ready in May. There was a slight concern in my brain that that was going to happen, so it's great to know that is not going to happen, and we can finally move forward with this game after this like basic sabbatical of just waiting. Can finally start moving forward now that this, at least the big part of it appears, is out of the way.
Yeah. Well, I like the way that it's set up. I think this is how it should have been in the original game. They're obviously getting rid of the loot crates completely. They're not cosmetic. They're not anything. They're just gone. And they said that you have two options. You can either spend all your credits now and try to get as many star cards as possible. That way you have an advantage leveling up. And then all these crafting parts that you have saved, that's what's important. Because every 40 crafting parts equals one skill point. Because there's 2 skill points now. And you use these skill points to level up your star cards for the future. Or you could save your credits, wait till April, and you can spend all these credits on cosmetics. And like, because now cosmetics are tied in with crystals, and you can either unlock cosmetics in-game currency, or you can just spend a couple dollars and unlock cosmetics.
Yep.
But this raises more questions because how are these cosmetics? Like, we have to sit here and we have to kind of gamble with our stuff because we have till basically next Tuesday or next, I think they said the 21st is when it comes. I don't know what day the
Yeah,
21st
it starts to
is.
start 21st.
Next Wednesday? Wednesday is the 21st?
Next Wednesday, yeah.
So we have till then to decide if we think the cosmetics are going to be worth it or if we should just like bank all these skill points. So what do you think, Cookie?
I mean, it's hard to bet on the cosmetics. I'm gonna guess early on, probably not. I think early on we're gonna get the cosmetics that either we had in the first Battlefront or have already been revealed through data mining. Now, if you think that those outfits are really good and you want those outfits, then you should bank on it and you should wait until April. But the ones that we don't know of and are probably going to be even cooler, I bet those are going to probably come later on. 'Cause I don't think like all of a sudden we're going to get some crazy looking, upgraded, epic looking Boba Fett or epic looking Darth Vader. That we, I think what we're going to get is those skins that have been
In the
revealed by
first game.
modders. Like there's, yeah, well that too. But there's an Octo skin. I'm probably saying that horribly wrong. The planet where the temple was of Rey, that wasn't. That's in the game
Octu?
files. That'll probably be released. Octo, or whatever that island is called. That's in there. And there's and obviously outfits from the first game is in there too.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spend all my points now. That way I can bank skill points because I just don't think when this launches they're going to have that many skins that I actually want. Because all I really want is like a few cool hero skins. Like I don't really care about the alien heads. I just they don't
Mm-hmm.
appeal to me. I could just have a regular dude's face. I don't care. But the clone trooper skins is what's going to get me excited. There's so many options they could do with clone troopers. So, I mean, but I don't know how many of those they're going to have at launch, or at the launch of
They might
this.
have all of them. I mean, they're already in there. If you, or at least the
And
ones
does
from
this
the
count like ship
customization
skins
menu.
too? Because
Those are there. I doubt they have any ship skins at the beginning. Or at least I'm not aware of anything in the files. Because we've been asking ourselves for a long time, when are they going to release that stuff that we've already found in the files? The customization menu for the troopers and the couple of hero skins. I assume this is when that's going to happen. That would be my best guess. I doubt we see anything we haven't already seen through the mods and the data mining. But that's still cool. I mean, it's still nice that that's finally being out there. And if you really want those specific things, which include some pretty epic clone skins, then I would say it may be worth it to save for the cosmetics in April.
Okay, well let's discuss this. These are being tied in with crystals. Like you can either spend credits, which you can still earn in game after matches and stuff. So you can earn credits still, but you can also get crystals.
Mm-hmm.
So how many credits is it going to take to unlock something compared to crystals? Like I guarantee you they make it so it's like spend this ridiculous amount of credits, or you could spend $5. Otherwise, they wouldn't have that system. Like you see what I'm saying?
And yeah, but I think that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what, because it's cosmetics. This is no longer a pay-to-win system.
Mm-hmm.
So that's generally
But
what
how
they
many
do in
credits
these systems. But I
is it
agree.
going to cost? Is it going to be like something ridiculous, like 60,000 credits for a new face, or like how are they going to do that?
Probably, I'm guessing.
I thought they were
depending
pretty
on the face of
reasonably
the
priced
skin.
in the first game.
Yeah, in the first one they were, but they weren't tied with money in the first one. So I imagine it's going to be much higher this time around.
Kind of like how Darth
So
Vader
you're
was 60,000 at the launch of the game.
Yeah, you're probably looking at closer to that kind of thing, 40,000 to 50,000, depending on what the skin is.
Even then, though,
Um,
I would feel like I earned it because it's so many credits. You wouldn't see that many people running around with it.
Yeah, and
Or
it
you'd
would be
see a
like a
lot 'cause
badge
they
of
spend
honor.
money.
Like you run around the map and you're like, look what I accomplished. That actually would give you a sense of pride and accomplishment right there. So that's actually goes in the motto of what they were trying
Well,
to do before.
see, I'm going to spend credits. I'm not going to give them any money at all, none, because they don't deserve it. They could have the coolest freaking skin ever. They could have Darth Vader with his arm blown off and there's blood gushing everywhere. It could be something really cool. And I'm
Is that
still
the coolest cosmetic though? Just
I
his
don't know.
arm
I just
blown
saw
off.
something over the
He's
top.
bleeding all over the battlefield.
Fine, it could be Lego Batman. I don't know. It could be something
That
crazy.
wouldn't be the first thing that would come to mind either. Lego Batman again?
I know.
Every time you need a random thought, it's Lego Batman.
Anyway, my point is that I'm not going to give them any money because they don't deserve it. They've screwed us over for this many months. Now, if they start to redeem themselves and they give us good DLC and stuff, that's a different story. But right off the bat, I'm not giving them a dime. I would much rather just earn the costumes myself than spend $1 or $2 or however many dollars it is for this costume. Because they lost all trust I have in this game, and this is a rebuilding period. Now, this is a good progression system. It's a good first step. Now, we just have to wait to see if they listened with the DLC, because everybody's voicing their opinions about the DLC, and we all want Clone Wars stuff. Are they going to listen with that? Because it seems like they... I mean, it took their time, but they did listen, and they changed this progression system in a pretty good way.
Yeah, I mean, the whole attaching it to heroes or attaching it to stuff you actually play as makes a ton of sense, and that's something a lot of people were asking for. So this reminds me of how we were thinking about this game before it was released. I remember the months coming up to it, they were always they were advertising like, hey, here's these things that we know everybody's been asking for. We're going to put Clone Wars in. We're going to have more maps. We're going to have more heroes. And it sounded like they had learned their lesson, but then they made a new mistake. So I feel like they're trying to get back to that, which is good. But yeah, they got a lot of rebuilding to do because they've lost a ton of trust. They've lost a lot of people they're never getting back. So it's a system. As far as the DLC is concerned, I wouldn't be feeling super positive right now. I mean, I hate to be a downer in any way because it's great to have some good news finally. But I don't know if they're even going to have a choice when it comes to solo. I think Disney's going to force them to have DLC on that regardless. They probably have no choice.
Well, what are we going to get this announcement?
The solo DLC?
April? It'd have to be in
Probably
April.
yeah, because the movie.
No, any announcement about DLC.
It's gonna have to be in April, yeah, because they have to have solo DLC. I'd be shocked if they don't have any solo DLC because that's going to be tied in with Disney.
Well,
Now,
yeah.
but that would mean probably not great news for any Clone Wars DLC anytime super soon. I hate to say that because this is such a positive day to go out with negative thoughts about DLC, but that
Yeah.
would be my guess at the moment. They could surprise us though, but I would be very surprised if we get Clone Wars
Okay,
DLC
well-
before Solo at this point.
Well, let me ask you this. Now the system is based off of XP. And, like, say you want to upgrade Yoda. You'd have to play as Yoda over and over and over and get enough XP to earn skill points to upgrade his star cards. They also know that people have all these credits and they're going to be banking all these credits. So are they going to make earning XP really difficult? Kind of like the same equivalent of how long it took to get a purple with this current broken system. Like, how long is it going to take you to earn skill points to get XP with them? Because you don't play as Yoda that much in, like, Galactic Assault, like, compared to, like, Heroes versus Villains. So, like, how many times are you going to have to use the same character over and over and over to get that XP to get the skill points?
I mean, I would imagine it's not going to be as bad because the skill points are equivalent to 40 crafting parts, I believe.
Yes.
Which means to get 4 skill points is an epic, correct?
Yes.
Now, that would only be 160 crafting parts, so that's far less than the 480 that is at right now. So we're talking about... So I'm assuming it's going to be far, far less. Plus, it would basically defeat the purpose of everything they've done if they still make those epics ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't make sense. Plus, they have no money to make off of it.
It's
So
true.
it's a very... There's not a lot to gain. There's really nothing to gain for them to make it just as difficult. It's just a complete waste of time on their part in every way. So from everything I'm seeing and from the math I'm doing there, I'm assuming it's going to be far less. Because I think you're right. I mean, that when you said a long time ago, the reason those crafting parts are so high is they wanted to make their money there.
Yeah.
And they're not going to make money off of it, so there's no point in having crafting parts so ridiculously high for epics at this point. So I'd expect it's going to be far, far less. And by that math, it's going to be more than half as expensive. So
Well,
it'll be super inexpensive compared to what it was.
these skill points are unit locked. So if you earn a skill point for Darth Maul, you can't spend it on Yoda. But they said that if you cash in these credits, the skill points you earn from crafting parts exchanging over, you can use on whatever. So if I rack in like 80 crafting parts or 80 skill points or however many I have, I could just freaking upgrade everything. So
Yeah.
so
So it shouldn't be too hard to get everything upgraded, especially for you. And I assume you'll have it done in a day.
oh, I don't
or
have too
two.
much
But
left
even
to
for
upgrade.
most, I was gonna say even most normal human beings will be able to upgrade the stuff they really enjoy playing with. So that just makes sense instead of everything being randomized through loot crates. So it's a great step in the right direction. I think this is a huge win for video gamers in general, not just people who enjoy Battlefront. But the fact that this stupid loot box system that's not just in Battlefront, it's all over the place, got smacked in the face, and the developers seem to be learning something from it. Hopefully. I mean, you never trust them too far. But this is a big win, I think, for gamers in general.
Yeah, so here is what I'm going to recommend you guys do. We only have like half a week, basically. We have the weekend and 2 days. I would just grind this game out as much as possible, even if it's not fun because of the heavy glitch. Like, play Starfighter Assault or Heroes vs. Villains or something. I know the game's pretty bad off right now with that heavy glitch, and a lot
Go
of you
through the
just
torture.
suffer through it. Earn as many credits as you possibly can. Just grind like crazy. Play arcade, because you can get, what, like 1,500 or 1,000 credits every day in arcade. Play some arcade, I don't know. Just get a poop
Yeah.
ton of credits. And then, come time to exchange, you need to decide what's more important to you. Like, what I'm going to do, let's say I have 500,000 credits. I would spend 400,000 of them on loot crates, and then I would save 100,000 credits for the cosmetics. Because I think these cosmetics are going to be really expensive. So if you really want to look different and really look cool, then I would save a pretty decent chunk of credits, because like we said before, they're not going to be cheap, because then they couldn't make money off of the microtransactions. So if you really want to look cool, it would be better to just save your credits, or at least a huge chunk of them. But if you are one of those people like me that want to upgrade basically everything in the game, then just save as much credits as you can till that day. The day before, spend all your credits on hero crates, and just get as much freaking crafting parts as possible. That way in April you can transfer them over, convert them into skill points, and then that way you can upgrade the stuff that's in the game, and then when we get DLC, you can just start upgrading that stuff right away. And you wouldn't have to wait, because you'd already have skill points banked. And that's what I'm going to do.
Now, this is a separate point. I know we're getting close to kind of the end on here, but it was something I thought was worth bringing up. So I haven't heard people talk about this, but at least in the Reddit, I believe this was in the Reddit Q&A with Dennis today. Someone asked, will I still use credits to unlock heroes and hero starfighters? It said, no, this is part good news, part bad news. Because with the progression update, if there's any heroes or hero starfighters you don't have unlocked, which most people probably have them all unlocked, but I actually don't.
I don't either.
For random reasons. No, oh, I guess you don't have the Iden Starfire, but those will all be unlocked apparently.
Yeah.
With this update,
So that's
so
nice.
you can get all that stuff. But here's the second part of it. That's the real big deal. When new heroes and hero ships are introduced to the game, they will be unlocked with credits. So that'll be the same. Assuming they've learned their lesson, they're not going to do one of those 60,000 for Vader things again. But well, I mean it. Kind of shouldn't be a surprise, because like the Iden Starfighter still costs 5,000 credits when they introduce that in January.
I would put aside some
But
credits for
hopefully
that
it's
then.
only that kind of stuff.
Cause
Yeah, you would hope they're not going to make that same mistake they did with Vader.
They'd be
making
about
60,000 credits. But
well, I'm looking at Iden right now.
I don't know.
She is 5,000.
5,000, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would say the hero itself. Let's say it's Obi-Wan. He'd probably be like 10 or 15,000.
Yeah, that'd be kind of reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the DLC's free, I guess I could see where they're coming from with that too.
Yeah. Well, then
But people are still going to be pissed.
then I'd put away at least upwards of like 30,000 credits away for the new heroes come DLC time, and then just spend the rest on crafting parts, and then just save whatever credits left over for cosmetics. Or if you want to drop money, you could do it that way. You could spend all your points on skill points, or all your credits on skill points, and then just drop $10 and buy whatever ones you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have a few different options.
So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. I assume questions are going to get more and more answered. It's a good sign that we even had a Q&A with Dennis today at all. That's a good sign too. So there's hope on the horizon.
I wonder why they flew
I
the
think
game
that's the most
changers out,
important thing.
just to show them the progression system. Like,
Yeah, that seems a little
hey,
strange.
come all the way out here just to play the game. Like, there's no new content.
Yeah, it wasn't a big enough change that I really understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
There's something else I wanted to say, and I can't remember what it was. I don't know, but this is a good day, good patch. Nothing really negative to say other than the fact that, I mean, we had to wait this long to get it. But
Yeah, this is a rare good day. Enjoy yourselves.
yeah.
So we deserve this.
Yep, it's
That's for
good
sure.
good changes. Hopefully we get this DLC news within the next month or half a month. And
Hopefully we get a patch very soon. which I assume comes with the update. But
Yeah, we don't know.
hopefully-
Hopefully they're tied in together, because we can't take that heavy glitch too much
don't
longer.
that hasn't been confirmed, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, but that's going to do it
Hopefully
for this
it is.
podcast, guys. Let us know what you think of the progression system. Let us know what options you're going to choose. Are you going to go with cosmetics or more skill point oriented? Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Every subscription helps. Become a sponsor today. That way you get special emotes and stuff for when we do our live streams. And check out our second channel. We just had a new video uploaded today. It's on the top left-hand corner of the screen when the video ends. And yeah, check it out. I think you guys will like it. And that's going to do it for us.
Goodbye.
We'll see you next time.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist